So I'm a little bit of a nerd, if you guys haven't noticed. Any nerds in the house? Yeah, okay. So I was thinking that it used to be easier to be a lesbian in the olden days, before the L word. Because, like, bitch, we were in Stonewall. That's not like, that's the olden days. You know, that was the first lesbian showed up at Stonewall. Because before, pre-L word, you know, there was kind of an understood social contract, right? Understood social contract that we would be the voice of social conscience, right? And in turn, people would just forgive us our hairstyle and dubious clothing choices, right? Right, but now with the L word, people think lesbians are two things. A, cool, B, feminine. Two words that describe me perfectly, right? If by feminine cool you mean like butch and big huge dork. So I have like some of my earliest, first of all, okay, I'm awkward in bar scenes, I just am. Like one day I was like at some bar and standing against the wall and this woman comes up and she's like, hey, do you want to dance? And I was like, oh, I don't really dance. And she's like, do you want a drink? And I was like, I don't really drink either. And she's like, well, that pretty much just leaves standing against the wall feeling awkward, doesn't it? And I was like, I am not just standing against this wall feeling awkward. I am standing against this wall feeling awkward, wishing I were at home playing Scrabble. There's a difference, you know. You know, we were talking about this, I was, you know, at some conference. It's queer people, we have to go to conferences every like 4 weeks or something terrible happens to us. And we were talking about like, where is the introvert caucus? There should be an introvert caucus. Like we all just stand in, sit in a room and read a book or something like that. And I was like, you know, that is a whole movement that is untapped. I was like, introvert pride! But then we're like, who would lead our parade? Hey, hey, ho, ho, talking to people has got to go. Picture in my head of like, what would the flag be? You know, be somebody sitting in a room reading a book. I think probably reading Harry Potter, because I think that's the official book of introverts, right? I mean, myself included too. And you carry that, but the problem is you carry that book around, everyone wants to talk to you about it, you know? It should come with a brown cover that says, don't talk to me. So anyway, so some of my happiest childhood memories were learning words. I know, I shouldn't be saying that in public, right? Like the time when I learned the word theoretical, right? And then it was terrible, right? Because then I used it all the time. My parents, they'd be like, you know, Kelly, you could put on a dress once in a while. I'd be like, theoretically, Dad, that's true. Or when I learned the word ambivalent, I remember asking my mom, what does ambivalent mean? She goes, well, when you feel like you both love something and maybe don't love it so much all at once. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel about you. What, does my mom have plants in here? You guys are like, oh, she's talking shit about her mom.